It's 9-ish.
Yeah?
Sports block, yeah, 9:30-ish. Sports block with Riddock, powered by the Monarchy. Man, these laughs, you got to get it together.
So do the Chiefs.
They really do. Now we still can't blame the receivers, or can we?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, I was blaming the receivers. I mean, you know what?
It's our fundamental problem. We have to acknowledge this.
I've been giving the blame to whomever the blame deserves to go to.
Okay.
Now, I have been giving a lot of blame to the receivers, but I'm going to start shifting a lot of that blame to the coaching.
Yeah.
Players got to play, though.
Players got to play, but coaches also have to understand what the fuck they working with. And apparently somebody on the sideline of the Chiefs does not understand what the fuck they working with. Because
It's got to be Nagy, bro. He's the only difference.
hey, whomever it is, get your shit together, my nigga.
I mean, you can tell. You can
NFL
tell
stands
this
for
is
not
not.
for long.
You can tell these are not EB called games. Like you can tell. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Now, is it just the calls, or is it also preparation?
Yes.
Well, yes, but I do feel like there are changes coming. I think they are going to finally rely more on Pacheco, which is the smart thing to do in this scenario.
But he also needs to stay in the game.
Man, by that point, that shit was over with, bro. I ain't tripping off that shit.
Man, Pacheco's still surprised to be getting clapped.
In the second half?
Period.
Oh, no, getting clocked while Clyde is getting clocked. Which I'm not as outraged by as I was at the beginning of the season.
And Clyde hasn't been looking bad when he's had the ball.
He still don't look tough at all.
Well, see, you're also still thinking of Clyde as a first-round draft pick.
No, I'm just talking about somebody that's going the spot. Like how did you compare?
You can't compare Pacheco and Clyde.
No,
Those are they are just two completely different players.
but every running back should have some thump in them. Every running back. Even Darius Sproles had some thump in him.
But he played like Sproles played like a big back. He was just a little dude.
Right. Right.
But he was still strong as hell, and he can get up in there when you need it.
But Clyde tries to play like a scat back, and he's not. I don't know what he is, bro. But
Could you call him a tweener
that's terrible though.
as a running back?
Yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, people have their preferences and styles of running back, but you definitely got to have a calling card. You know what I mean? What do you do that contributes to the team?
What would his comp be?
His comp was supposed to be Brian Westbrook, but
No, I don't know if that was supposed to be his comp.
absolutely. Who then?
I would say more Roger Craig.
Nah, if that was the expectation, that was a reach because he ain't got near the speed or the power that Roger Craig had. Roger Craig was a traditional running back, played as a receiver running back. And so I can see that's the responsibility that they wanted him to take.
Yeah, and I mean the responsibility wise, not necessarily talent wise.
Yeah. Like he should have been the second or third sure-handed option in the passing game. If you have it set up like that, you can do work. You know what I mean? McKinnon can do the job, but they don't want to they want him to have fresh legs for the playoffs. I mean that's just plain and simple right
But
now.
at this point, it looked like McKinnon's third in the rotation, if that.
He is right now.
At this right now, he
Right
is
now.
simply because they we know you the OG baby.
We're gonna put. We already know where you come in.
You good, but you noticed over the past couple of weeks, he's gotten a couple more snaps each week. You know what I'm saying? So they just kind of ramping him up. Ramp.
Now, I will say this, and I have been a defender all season, and I still remain a defender. But both tackles have to take some responsibility in this too. I told you I could allow, what was that, 2 penalties per tackle per game, and they're still blowing that out the water. Like that's not cool.
Hard hitting truth number 6 that could have been last week for P's Power 5 is that and I debated about putting this one in too. Is that
don't go that far though, Ari.
Orlando Brown
No.
is better than either of the tackles that we currently have.
Disagree.
You
disagree. The pocket is collapsing.
Can you make the argument for that?
No, not really. Because look at fucking Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
All right. Argument 1. When Orlando Brown Jr.'s last year as a Chief, how often do you really remember him getting called for a holding?
True. But how many pressures did he allow? Too many.
He was going to allow those pressures simply because of the wide 9. We've discussed this before. There are very few tackles that can handle the wide 9. If you have the defensive ends that he's had to face.
Right, but I also talked about at the beginning of this season. If you have to take some holding penalties to get a physical tackle in trade, I think the trade is still a net positive.
But they're just taking holding penalties and illegal procedure penalties.
Well, here's the other thing too.
False starts.
Here's the other thing. If the fucking receivers would fucking get open,
and
they be open, they just don't catch them.
Illegal man down.
No, they don't be open neither.
The receivers, there's only one wide receiver right now, or 2 wide receivers maybe right now on the squad that know how to get off the line of scrimmage consistently.
Hey, if we're gonna be concerned about either of those 2 tackles, it's got to be Taylor.
One of those wide receivers is Rashee Rice.
No doubt.
The other one, unfortunately, is Marcus Valdez-Scantling,
who has
the
possibly
butteriest of
hand.
fingers. The butteriest.
He's not a factor.
It's movie popcorn butter.
But he be so open, he makes himself a factor. It's almost just
No,
like, man,
that is not
see this
enough.
nigga-
Now that's why we got his ass to begin with.
But you see him
It's
so
so-
open, you have to, like, Pat has to throw him the ball. It's just like, man, this nigga has 5 steps on the corner. I have to at least give him a chance.
I gotta do it.
I gotta do it.
If I don't do it, then I'm gonna look bad in the film session Monday.
No, you're not.
or
No,
Tuesday.
not.
And they gonna
Not
be-
after we know who MVS is.
No, he's gonna look like Russell Wilson. Like Russell Wilson will have a wide
or my
open
bad.
player.
Fuck the film session. When ESPN starts showing the all 22, and they show how and see how. Oh well, he was wide open.
Wide open.
We don't know why he didn't throw it to Scanlon
No,
or Valdez-Scantling.
we would know why. If he didn't.
Green Bay fans were fucking ecstatic Sunday. Ecstatic. Oh yeah, there he is, right there.
And see, that's the game where he should have showed out.
Where he could have. You know what I'm saying? I would have loved to seen the Cinderella storybook.
It's like I went back home and balled the fuck out.
That man's skill set is very limited. You think you got fucking Jalen Waddle over
You know
there,
what,
and
though?
and you don't.
You know what? I'm gonna say this. I think they may just simply be using him incorrectly.
They use him as a decoy.
Not even that. The man can catch. He's in the NFL. So we know that if nothing else, you know what I'm saying, he can catch. And not only can he catch, he's on a second contract in the NFL. So he's going to be around for at least another 3 or 4 years because that's just how it works. So instead of sending this man on fly routes and 9 routes and out and goes and all that, run him a slant.
Can he run it?
Run him a comeback. Hey, we don't know. Have they tried that? We've never seen them run him a comeback.
So
We've never seen them run him a slant.
So is it just is the ball coming from too far? Is that what you're saying? Like give him more short routes.
Give him some shorter routes. Maybe get him to have to turn around, face to catch the ball, and then make a move. Because we've seen when he has the ball that he is actually a threat.
Yeah.
Sure.
So
when you can get him the ball.
So, and I'm not even saying the gadget plays, but some of these bubble screens and some of these other things, run them for him. Maybe that's what you need to do for him. Because it's evident that he is not about to hit you with and catch this 9 route.
Hey man, at this point, just start fucking Rice and Tony, and rotate the third wide receiver between fucking Watson, MVS, and Moore.
I don't even think Moore should be in that
Or
equation.
Is Hartman out for the season?
He's still hurt.
Hartman's on IR. He's out for the season.
Oh, okay.
Was it the short R or the season?
No,
season. Okay.
Well, by the time they put him on IR,
or Richie James. Put Richie James in there as a consideration for the slot. Just have your most physically talented wide receivers you have on the outside, and do what you can with that. You know what I mean? But you gotta have some physical threats on the outside, whether it be speed or whether it just be the ability to shake a nigga in his shoes and get open. Like,
can any of those guys get off the line?
Rice can.
I mean, besides Rice,
I'll say Moore definitely can't.
Moore
He's
can, but he can't cleanly. You know what I'm saying? It Moore is going to wind up costing you an extra second on the play, and you don't have that.
I don't think Tony's being used correctly. I mean, I get it. Get him on some short passes and see if he can take one to the house.
Shit, let's try Tony on these 9 routes.
I'm not against it. Not against it at all.
Swap what you're doing with Tony and Valdez-Scantling, and see how that works. But I understand the reason they got Valdez-Scantling running the 9 routes is because he's the only wide receiver they have that's over 6 foot.
Right.
And he's as fast as
he's the fastest.
And he's the fastest one. Somehow.
But only in a straight line.
Hey.
If the course takes any kind of shift of direction, everybody else catches up to it.
Peace Power 5 last week told you that y'all missed Tyreek Hill more than you want to admit.
Hey, that dude is doing fucking work.
Work.
But do I miss him? Sure, but it was not possible for us to keep him. It just simply wasn't.
Y'all just didn't want to. It was definitely possible.
No, not at the number he wanted.
I think y'all could have found the money for that.
It was possible.
Cause he's making what, 27 now?
This year? I don't know.
I thought it was 28, 29.
Last year I know he got 30. So,
but
it was possible to pay him. They would have had to sacrifice something.
Chris Jones. They would have to cut Chris Jones this year.
Maybe not even Chris. See, Peace Power 5 last week told you that this is Chris Jones last year as a Chief anyway. So
no, that's what I'm saying.
Wouldn't have mattered. And do you take Tyreek with that contract, and then you could deal with having let's just say you
hold
take
on, how many
MVS,
years was that contract?
The one he signed with Miami?
Yeah.
Was it 4? Because I thought it was like 4 for, what, 120?
4.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
That sounds
4
about
for
right.
120. That sounds 4 for 140. 4 for 130.
Something like that. That sounds about right.
That sounds right. I don't want to look it up.
But
the Chiefs could have gave him that if they wanted to.
well, they didn't necessarily have to give him that. They could have gave him that for 1 year.
Well, see, the real problem was Devontae Adams' contract fucked everything up for everybody. Goddamn Raiders.
Raiders gonna raid.
Raiders gonna raid. Yeah.
But I have to say that if you plan to get rid of him like you did, I mean, if you plan not to re-sign him like you did, you had to have a more adequate replacement on the roster, and
their
they
plan
never did
wasn't
that.
their plan. See, that's what you not realize or not thinking about. The plan was, yes, to not re-sign him, but that was for this season. Was supposed to be the first season without Tyreek Hill, not last season.
Right.
So he moved their timetable up a season. So wide receiver, the Tyreek Hill replacement wasn't even on their calendar, on their schedule just quite yet.
Right.
So him getting up out of here that year early, but him getting out here early also was the extra Tom Petty fuel or Richard Petty fuel to win the Super Bowl last year, because they kept saying they couldn't do it without Tyreek.
Right.
But look.
And then they did it without Tyreek.
But look, you make a major investment in replacing Tyreek when you thought he was going to jail. You know what I mean? By investing that second into McCole Hardman.
Yeah, but that wasn't on their radar.
Right. And you make the same mistake
And
twice.
that's why that's how you know it wasn't on their radar, because they made the mistake of taking McCole Hardman instead of
but the
DK
mistake was
Metcalf
that,
or Jamar Chase
right.
or Debo Samuels or any of the other guys that
AJ.
were. Oh my God! I mean, you know what I'm saying? There was a lot of dudes that they didn't take and moved up to take.
And he was
Mecole
nothing
Hardman.
like Tyreek Hill. Nothing.
No, he was fast.
He was fast.
Not in the same way.
Not in the same, but they didn't realize that. They didn't care. It was not. It was a rush decision. Had they been steady and
But at
calm,
least it was a decisive one. Why wouldn't you at least?
But it was also a different regime, because that was John Dorsey. That was John Dorsey.
No, that was Veach's pick.
McCole Hardman?
Yeah.
No, I believe that was Dorsey's last year. I believe that was Dorsey's last
Yeah,
year.
because he was 2019 draft, wasn't he?
I think so. And that was Dorsey's last year here, if I'm not mistaken.
So
No, he was done in 2017. Yeah, no, that's a Veach pick. Yeah, 20. That's a Veach pick.
So not having. So this would have been Reek's first year, or y'all not having.
Was, on the Chiefs' timetable. This was going to be the first year of not having Tyreek.
But why not get a more adequate free agent?
Who all was out there, and who was going to take the money that y'all gave?
There was
Smith-Schuster.
There was nobody that was going to take the money that we was giving Smith-Schuster that was available. D-Hop wasn't going to take that.
He definitely wasn't going to take that.
And
But he was still under contract with the Cardinals.
With the Cardinals, so it was So, and we wasn't going to pay that with that. With, you know what I'm saying? Because the Cardinals paid D-Hop, and I ain't mad.
Gave him all the money.
Oh no, I would have did something or traded for somebody. Maybe somebody is still on a rookie contract. You know what I mean?
But see, that's the thing. who's gonna help the Chiefs.
And that's what it all boils down to. Nobody was just gonna give y'all something. It was like they was gonna try to bust y'all over the head. If it was a wide receiver still on their first on a rookie contract, they was gonna try to get everything from y'all.
Hold on, I take that back. They did do that.
Oh, with Tony.
With Tony, they did do that.
Mm.
Oh, and although I don't think we
And what they thought they were getting is not what they actually got.
but they didn't get cheated either. Like
They didn't get cheated.
I think we got good
Tony
value for his.
Tony helped win the Super Bowl. He was
Right.
he was a contributing factor
Most definitely.
in the path to the Super Bowl victory last year.
Yeah,
So they did not get cheated, and in my opinion, they won the trade.
yeah, I agree.
But unfortunately, there's a but.
Mm-hmm.
But the Chiefs are not getting out of this for the long term what they thought they would be getting. They thought
From Tony?
from Tony. Because remember, Andy Reid wanted to draft Tony, and Veach wanted to draft Tony. But let's pause real quick and go on this tangent. I don't know if we can ever trust any Brett Veach offensive picks.
Damn, none of them?
Name one that hit.
Trey Smith,
Humphreys, Pacheco.
Okay, my pushback on Trey Smith and Humphreys.
Noah Gray.
Hold on. My pushback on Trey Smith and Humphreys, those are Andy Reid picks.
I'll give you that.
I understand.
I'll give you Noah Gray. That's a Veach pick. But
Blake Bell.
Blake Bell's an Andy Reid pick.
I don't know about that.
Blake Bell's an Andy Reid pick. Big, strong white boy. Got a little bit of speed on him. Good hands. But if nothing else, he can block. You know what I'm saying? He's our third tight end, fourth tight end in the goal line in big and super big packages. Yeah, that's Andy Reid pick. But look at Veach. But I'm not. But look at Veach's defensive pick. I'm just saying. Look at Veach's defensive picks compared to his offensive picks. Defense. Oh man, Veach
And Mahomes. You got to give him credit for Mahomes.
That says a lot right there.
I think that's. I'll give.
That
I'll
makes
give.
up for a lot of.
I'll give him 50-50 with Andy Reid on Mahomes.
No, no, Mahomes was Veach's baby. Andy signed off on it, but Veach personally scouted Mahomes out.
And where y'all picked at, y'all could have. It was between him and Grover Cleveland at that point.
Oh, I was extremely. I'd already been watching Patrick Mahomes before.
No, Grover went before Pat.
Went after.
He went
He
after.
did?
Yep.
Like the next pick after, or two
Or
picks
two, yeah,
after.
two
Oh,
picks
okay.
Yeah. That's why whenever we was playing the Texans, it was always like a what if that the announcers are. Well, what if the Texans would have got Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs would have got Deshaun Watson?
It's like all the massage parlors in KC would have been in trouble.
Would have been cracking. Would have been in trouble. Nigga, you don't understand what Kansas City was built on? Drugs, jazz,
Bootleg liquor
and
and
prostitution.
I might have seen him at an event or two.
Yeah, man. We were when the liquor never stopped flowing during Prohibition. Ever. And it wasn't like they was hiding it. The liquor never stopped flowing. Kansas City.
Probably got more potent.
Oh, boy, look, that's when they started smoking the wet.
Hey, they'd have loved Pat in Tennessee.
Man.
Oh my God. You might have went to a Super Bowl.
Might have. Probably not.
Oh,
but
with
might
Patrick
have.
Mahomes and Derrick Henry,
Yeah.
nigga ain't no might. They gonna win the Super Bowl.
Still need receivers better than what we have because our receivers are worse
That
than
year,
y'all's.
y'all would have had
Man, that's arguable.
y'all would have had
at this point,
AJ
bro.
Brown, Derrick Henry, and Patrick Mahomes for a year.
Now that's
a
definitely
guarantee.
a guarantee.
And
championship right there.
the Titans
That's
not gonna
90s
trade AJ
Dallas
Brown
right
because
there.
y'all got AJ Brown, Derrick Henry, and Patrick Mahomes. That's y'all's triplets.
Yeah, that's the triplets.
Yeah. Boy.
Shit,
Damn, that just made me mad.
good.
Boy.
What could have been? What should have been? Will it never be?
Yeah, because the Patrick Mahomes is always gonna be a Chief.
Forever.
Always.
Oh, and he would have had a good defense to start with too.
Oh, not a good defense.
Great defense.
God damn, man. Can y'all let us score some points defense?
Oh my goodness.
Shit.
Yeah, honestly, they the first ones to come to mind. Like,
Matter of fact, the Titans had a couple other wide receivers. Dyson, wasn't he still around when
oh
He,
no.
yeah, he
That was-
was whatchamacallit.
he's an Oiler?
He's the principal at one of the schools down
No
in my
shit.
sister's district. Yeah.
Ain't that some shit?
but honestly, I think that's the best move. Like if he went anywhere, if he would have went to Tennessee, he would have immediately got a ring.
What could have been?
Shit, I think he
Like
might have got.
rookie year, he would have got.
I think he might have got a ring in Chicago if they had had the right coach.
But they ain't had the right coach.
See, here's my thing with that. Chicago they've never had a good quarterback.
I don't think Chicago's ever had a
Hey, man.
3,000-yard passer.
Hey, look
They
here.
have-
Or I
look
think they've
here.
only had one, maybe.
They better
Nah,
y'all better
they've
put some
had
respect on
3,000.
Rex Grossman's name.
They've never had a 4,000 yarder.
Y'all
That's
better
what
put
he
some
is.
respect on Rex Grossman's name.
Hey, man, half his last name is Gross.
Hold on. Jay Cutler was a bad motherfucker. He was just a cock
Man.
to be around. So-
And not even he could do it. He ain't even hit 4,000 up there.
Because the wind, the wind is funny up in
And that cold is a little bit different coming
It's
off
old.
that lake.
that
a
hawk,
little-
man.
Ooh, that hawk.
No, that's a different hawk. Right
They could have
there.
named that
That's-
team the
That's a
Chicago
condor,
Hawks.
dude.
Shit.
They could have named them Chicago Hawks, boy, because, man, look, I remember I was up there one winter, excuse me, and I thought I was, I was layered up. I had my Gore-Tex boots on. My feet were good. Man, I didn't have my the coat that I have now, which is like a Arctic rated something or other, you know what I'm saying? But I could take this motherfucker out to some real cold and be good. Man, I had a matter of fact, I want to say I had my Green State property. I think I had that on with another jacket under it. Nigga, we turned the corner and was walking downtown, and the wind said,
Say whoosh.
you can literally hear that shit. Oh man, it crept in this parts of my shit I didn't even know was possible. I was like, hey, I was layered up. I'm like 3 layers deep, and ooh shit, ooh. The Hawk is different.
It's different. I remember we tried to walk from the Chicago University. It's a McDonald's not too far from there.
Mm-hmm.
Not even that far. I was like, nah. After about a block and a half, like we got to go back to the hotel.
Yeah, 'cause
This is
it's
not
like
happening.
it was like 3 blocks or 4 blocks from there or something like
if
that.
that.
Yeah, it's
Like you can see it.
yeah.
Okay, but hold on. Let's say that this is true. Like the environment is just not quarterback friendly, right? Why is it so bad for them and not for Green Bay?
Because Chicago's right on the lake.
Yeah. It's a little different. That wind, that like the way it whips is a little
Yeah,
bit different.
Green Bay's not. I mean, Green Bay may be near water, you know what I'm saying, but it's not right on the lake. I mean, you know, Chicago is right, on the lake. Like, especially where the Bears Stadium, it's just like literally not far from the lake. I mean, yeah, you know, it's like, hey, if we in the nosebleeds, we can turn around and see the lake. Is that Cleveland?
Oh man.
So you know what I'm saying? That's different. I mean, you know, it's cold, and Green Bay is further north, so it's a different. You know, even though it's only like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours north, it's a different kind of cold in Green Bay than it is in see the cold in Green Bay is just goddamn cold. The cold in Chicago is the hawk.
It's that. Oh shit.
The hawk makes your temperature vary 15 to 30 degrees. You know, it'll be 20 degrees normal, you know what I'm saying, actual temperature. And then the hawk hit, and it's like negative 15. Fuck wind chill, nigga. This is when, oh my God.
Hey, but let's put a bow on this wide receiver talk real quick.
Man, the wide receivers is trash. They need to start running some different routes with them.
But
open your eyes.
But what do we do in the offseason?
What you do in the offseason is you salvage what you can, which is Rashee Rice.
Yeah, like who do you have to keep?
Rashee Rice. Everybody else could go.
So you saying everybody else is expendable?
Yes.
Damn.
I ain't gonna say everybody else.
MVS is the highest paid wide receiver. He only getting paid $11 million.
He can go.
You saying Moore's gone?
Moore can go.
Rookie contract. Y'all let him go.
Well, if he's still on rookie contract, so Moore can stay.
But he got to sit his ass back.
He's my fourth wide. He's my fourth option probably.
Okay. Our fourth receiver.
Fourth receiver. Fourth wide receiver.
Fourth receiver, fifth option, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Moore can stay, but he's low on the totem pole. What you really do is, who is it? Jamar Chase. That's a free agent.
T. Higgins.
Or T. Higgins.
Yep.
Hey. You go after T. Higgins. I know it's a couple other cats, but you pick one of these cats, and you
go get his ass.
You get him.
Pull the Brinks truck up to his crib.
I ain't gonna say you hit him with the Brinks truck, but I say you hit him with the Jergens truck. Is it Jergens? Jostin's truck.
Yeah, I said Jergens truck. That'd be something different.
I'm like, whoa, where are we going here?
Hit him with the Jostin's truck and be like, hey, you see this ring that we got last year where you can take the roof off this bitch? Imagine what we're going to do when we win one this year with you on it and on the squad. And when you take the roof off, it's the stadium. On the Super Bowl, nigga.
Yeah.
Can I get one of these? How do I get one of these?
That's kind of dope.
But that's me. I'm petty. I'm a bit competitive, and if given opportunity to be able to join a championship squad, I would take a little bit less to secure my shit. Because if I can win 2 or 3 Super Bowls to add that to my resume, and I'm doing well while I'm winning these Super Bowls, and I already did well before I got here, oh shit, I'm securing a Hall of Fame jacket.
And I mean, it's not like he's taking a step down as far as quarterback play goes.
He might be taking a step up.
Well, he definitely is. Going from Burrow to Pat, that's the only, maybe Josh Allen. Like, those are the only quarterbacks that you can say.
I don't know, man.
He's taking a step up.
I like Josh, but Josh is janky.
When it counts. In the regular season, like, if nothing's on the line, like, Allen is gonna ball the fuck out.
Yeah.
He absolutely is.
But he's gonna do too much and hurt himself. I mean, it hasn't happened yet, but he's gonna do because.
You saying it's inevitable?
Oh, it is. Because dude,
Hey, what?
You're hopping on one leg because they got you up in a single leg takedown position, and you hopping on one leg trying to get 6 inches that you don't need because you already got the first down 7 yards ago. But you just refused to go down. Go down, my guy. Just go down. They gonna fuck you up.
Definitely, they definitely out there trying.
They trying. But Josh is a big guy. He's a big old country boy. Yeah.
The white Cam.
I think he said the hard R.
He did say the hard R. In high school or some shit middle school or some shit like that.
Hey, I was just trying to,
But speaking of which, what about Diggs?
Getting Diggs?
Yeah.
I don't think I would want Diggs, honestly.
Yeah, I'm saying that don't seem like an Andy wide receiver. Like as far as what you're saying.
If you're
like
saying that Andy don't want no loud brass, you know what I'm saying?
It is,
But that's exactly what Diggs is.
But what if you sell out one more time? Cause look, you may not have been able to stand Terrell Owens. He did get you to a Super Bowl single handedly.
But at this point, Andy didn't win a couple, so
he's like,
fuck it. I did it. I did it.
I did it my way without that kind of a guy,
and I did it without Reek.
And look, you just got souls like 30 years ago, 40 years ago. Let's calm down.
What if it was a white wide receiver like that though? What if it get Puka? What's dude's name?
Puka Nacua. He ain't even white. With a name like that, you can't be white. Your name
non-black.
He might have went to BYU though.
Puka Nacua?
No, I think he went to Hawaii.
Oh, I mean, shit. That don't mean he white. You know how many how many Pacific Islanders go to BYU? They had souls. Come on, man. That was part of the trade-off to get Hawaii. You know what I'm saying?
I went to Washington. No, he went to BYU.
Oh, Puka.
Ended at BYU.
Yeah, you know. Oh, that's definitely an Andy Reid guy. I'm surprised Andy didn't try and get him.
No, real talk, because there was talk about
Andy
this
loves
guy.
BYU. Andy went to BYU. What's his real name? Because it ain't Puka.
Makaya
Puka Nacua. Oh, that's a dope-ass name. I like that. See, that's how you know that the Mormons thought that they had souls, because they let them keep their names. Damn, my bad.
Off the rails.
You know, somebody's gonna see that and they're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, we definitely gonna say something about PL." Like, we don't know what's up, but PL gotta think about Mormons. I don't. I ain't got no beef with no Mormons. Or at least not in general. It's a couple specific motherfuckers who happen to be Mormon that I'm beefing with, but I was beefing with them before I knew they was Mormon. So, take that.
Well, let me ask y'all this. Since we have pretty much come to the conclusion that the Chiefs need an overhaul as far as their receivers go, what do they have to do in order to get past the wide receiver issues this year to win the Super Bowl?
Exactly what I said. Run Pacheco a little more often. Go ahead and get McKinnon in the game plan, in the mix. Keep Clyde, you know what I'm saying, as your let's be the, you know, give him a rest, give him a rest back. Maybe run some routes to have Valdez-Scantling facing Patrick Mahomes. Kind of how Kelsey's always like, you know, finds a spot in the zone and sits down. Maybe have Valdez-Scantling
playing the slot.
do some other shit, you know what I'm saying, and and have him not necessarily finding the spot, but have the route be where he's running a hook route and he's coming back. Mm-hmm. And then, because like I said, once he has the ball in his hand, he's actually a threat. But these 9 routes for him is not working. Maybe try and run. Who was it we were talking about? Tony on some of these 9 routes. Mm-hmm. I think he's capable of getting off the line, and he's definitely fast. Mm-hmm. You know, maybe switch that up. But definitely, I think shorten the field for the wide receivers, period, and run more crossing routes, run more bump routes, run more, you know what I'm saying, shit, and make sure that you feeding Rashee Rice. Hey, I'm not just saying this because he's on my fantasy squad.
No, I think you get better line play if you go that route.
Rashee Rice code. I did not know nothing about Rashee Rice until they drafted that man. And I went and YouTubed him and looked at some stuff he did down at SMU.
Now he is a Mahomes pick. Mahomes made that draft pick.
Rashee Rice code.
So you got your number 1, at least.
I believe so. I believe.
But after that,
but number 1 next year.
Why not? Why you said go get you a T. Higgins and just let him play the 2 and ball out on the second corner.
But let's just make the argument that no other number 1 wants to come to the Chiefs, or the Chiefs just can't afford them.
You start Rice as number 1? Yes.
You have to roll with Rice.
Then Rice is
Are
my
you
number.
comfortable?
Then hell yeah.
But you're also gonna have to draft another
But you know what I'm
wide
about
receiver.
to do? I'm also no. You don't draft another wide receiver. You draft 3 wide receivers.
Ain't that just adding more to the problem?
Nope, because I'm cutting.
You can go wide receivers and linemen.
I done cut bait on all these people we done talked about. Mm-hmm. If you out here dropping passes, if you out here not contributing, if you're not out here blocking and doing on the run, if you're not doing what the fuck you supposed to be doing, you out of here.
And
you don't think somebody want this ring?
And with the exception of Chris Jones, this more than likely being his last year, the defensive personnel is pretty set for at least the next 2 to 3 years.
I'll say two most definitely.
Right.
At all the positions that you would have to pay somebody,
even
y'all
if they
really don't have to.
Even
pay
if they
anybody.
don't, even if they don't re-sign Snead.
So no, look, you get 2 wide receivers, you draft a tight end project, and then sprinkle in some late round linemen, offensive linemen, maybe defensive linemen too, because you can always use more D tackles, right?
Apparently, draft you a couple of more inside linebackers too, because
they falling by the wayside.
Man,
it's not looking good out there.
Hey, but that hit the Tranquil took was not pretty. I knew he was out because when he laid down, when he hit the ground, he was dukes up. I was like, yeah,
he was postured,
yeah.
But that enables you to finally do that draft that Andy really wants. Just draft offense to hold down the fucking board, dog. We're gonna get this shit right. And they kind of need to do that because you're not the only person you're re-signing on offense is Travis for one last one, right?
He's what, 34 now?
He's 30.
33, 34, yeah. So he's the only person you're re-signing.
How many years he got left on his contract? Because I feel like we just re-signed him not long ago. I feel like we did, but I mean, I might be wrong.
Was it the year before last?
I feel like it was. So I feel like we still got like 2 years.
Hold on. Who we was talking about again?
Travis Kelce.
2 years ago, yeah.
Or my bad.
It was 2 years ago.
Travis Mahomes. Travis Maotto.
No, that was 2 years ago that he got his new contract.
Okay, so that's 2 years ago. So you think they got to re-up him already?
No. But
So what you
but
saying?
I'm just saying that he's the only person he's the only person with the exception of the lineman that you're going to re-sign.
But how long does he have left on his contract? That's my real question. I'm not even like.
I think he's got 2 more years.
Do you think that he even re-signs?
He may just retire.
Yeah, because
Possibly.
I've always thought that him and his brother were going to retire at the same time.
But his brother was talking about retiring this year, and they talked him into coming back and running it back one more time.
I can see that.
So this is probably Jason's last year.
I'm sure this is Jason's last year.
Mm-hmm.
And I think and hey, Peace Power 5 last week told him that Chiefs lose to the Philadelphia Eagles in the Super Bowls.
Are they gonna be in the Super Bowl after what went down on Sunday?
Possibly.
You know what?
Because that shit looked bad.
Hey, look.
That shit looked real bad.
You know
Look,
what? You know
if they end up playing each other in the playoffs, they ain't gonna lose like that again.
Hold on.
I think they're scared.
I got a bus in.
Is it that time?
It's that time. Peace Power 5.
Peace Power 5.
Still brought to you by nobody, but like I keep saying, we out here, y'all. We can work on it. You know what I'm saying? We willing to, it's not a heavy sponsorship package deal. It's real light. But we talking about hit us up for real. We talking about who's what and what was who. Look, man, Peace Power 5 this week. Week 14, top 5. It's controversial a little bit, but it's real. Hey, quit looking at the Power 5, sucker. See, that's why I don't be liking to share screens with you niggas. Niggas always be cheating. So Peace Power 5, number 5, Miami Dolphins. Tyreek's getting 2,000. I'm rooting for Tyreek to get 2,000.
Yeah, I kind of want him to get that.
It ain't even no kind of. I'm rooting flat out for him to get 2,000 because
500 away.
Because
his gold jacket is guaranteed if he hits it.
It's already guaranteed.
I don't know if it was already guaranteed, but if he doesn't hit it, and that's why I was saying. That's why I'm saying.
But it's definitely guaranteed if he hits it.
I'm rooting for him to hit the 2,000 because that will definitely put him in when it's time for him to go.
Okay.
So that and Miami is if you got a losing record or if you got a subpar record, you 500 or below, Miami on your head. But if you got a winning record, I don't know.
They can't do it.
I don't know. That's why they 5.
Hey, what does Mike McDaniels do with the Chiefs personnel?
What do you mean?
Like, how does he play?
As an OC?
Yeah.
That would be scary.
Oh, Mike McDaniels.
I say put up 70 with the
you know
squad he
what?
got.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
And
I think
Miami's.
I think it looks like
would be ridiculous.
I think that it would look like Mahomes the year he threw for 5,000.
Could he break records?
Yes. But I believe you have Mahomes, and if as long as you have the right offense with Mahomes, or allow Mahomes to be himself within that offense.
And McDaniels always got a home run route.
Yeah.
Built in.
Built in, you know what I mean?
I mean, Andy does too. It's just that
they can't execute it.
They can't. This year they can't.
Gotta catch it.
This year they haven't been able to.
Gotta catch it.
So,
but we missed. It's not the speed; it's the acceleration that we missed from Tyreek. Tyreek got to the spot in these concepts faster than any of these guys we got now.
well,
And that fucks up Pat's timing.
But there's no other wide receiver as fast as Tyreek that we've seen. Like in our lifetime, he may be the fastest cat to play in the NFL.
Then you have to change your entire wide receiver core if you can't generate the speed to make these routes time properly. You're gonna have to go and get you two big ass wide receiver possession wide receivers, man, and quit playing. You know.
number 4. Peace Power 5. Still not brought to you by nobody, but hit me up. Kansas City Chiefs. I know they just lost to the Green Bay Packers. I'm going to put a lot of that loss on the injuries because they sustained a lot of injuries in the first half. You know what I'm saying? That completely changes game plans.
And the players that were injured.
And the players that were injured.
Because when your backup middle linebacker goes out like that does a lot to your defense as far as what you can do.
But somehow, the Chiefs' defense still looked not the exact same, but it looked very similar. And I was like, I'm impressed. You're on 3rd string, 4th string cats right now, and next man up. And they beat the Dolphins head up. You know what I'm saying? Some they say it was in Germany, but I don't care. It could have been on the moon. There's both there. Number 3, San Francisco 49ers.
At 3?
Yeah, man.
After the game that they just played. Damn.
Because even after the game that they just played, they still 9-3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Those L's weren't good.
The L's that they took wasn't good.
But
L's.
I mean, we can't look at that in a vacuum. The L's that they took, they had a lot of players out. Not a lot of players.
But that seems to be their MO.
True.
Yeah, I mean.
But when your best wide receiver, your quarterback's down, your running back's not.
But you'll understand why I got him at 3.
Okay.
But 3, and I think the 3 is a solid position for them, because the win this past Sunday against Philadelphia just shows what the 49ers are capable of.
Fully healthy.
When fully healthy and clicking.
Okay.
They haven't shown that often during the season. So this was, you know what I'm saying? So 3's, because I have to give number 2 to Baltimore. Man, Baltimore's playing solid ball, man. I mean, they just it doesn't look how I hoped it would look.
Even with Andrews out?
Even with Andrews out. It doesn't look how I hoped it would look. But I hoped it would look more open than it, you know what I'm saying, than what they're doing is it is open, but it's just closed formations. And they either motion out or they during the play everybody, spreads and does whatever. So it's cool, and it's solid, and it's winning. And I feel like the games that they lost, they beat themselves more so than the other team beat them. And number one, I gotta go with Philadelphia still, man. Even though they took the L, you know,
It was a hell of a L.
it was a hell of a L,
Man.
but that L, that kind of a L was bound to happen for them. It was coming. It just happened to be the 49ers that gave it to them. And of course, it's the 49ers that gave it to them because that's the rivalry now. For you know what I'm saying, that's the Cowboys 49ers rivalry that it used to be. You know what I'm saying, it's the playoff rivalry. It's not necessarily even it's a postseason, more so a postseason rivalry than an in season rivalry. But when they get to play during the season, it spills over. Yeah, it's the same feeling because you know that this game is going to matter in the end. Because the loss didn't necessarily hurt Philadelphia, but it definitely helped San Francisco.
Hey, they did try to pull Philly's whole card though.
Oh, of course. You're supposed to.
They really did.
Yeah.
They really did. Smacked up the bouncer, smacked up the security guard, and all that.
Yeah, but I think that's the Power 5 right now, in my opinion. Miami, Chiefs, or Dolphins, Chiefs, Niners, Ravens, Eagles. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Peace, Power 5. Rebuttals, pushback. What's happening?
I got a little pushback. So you don't feel like the Lions are any longer in the top 5? If I had a 5B,
it would be the Lions probably.
Okay. So let's say the Lions play the Dolphins in the Super Bowl. Who wins?
Unfortunately, I think the Dolphins win that one. And not unfortunately, but just for the Lions, unfortunately. I think the Dolphins win that one because
I think head-to-head the Dolphins got it.
Because the Lions aren't equipped to stop the Dolphins like that. You know what I'm saying? The Lions' defense is solid. I got them on my fantasy squad. And I'm not saying that because they're on my fantasy squad. But the Lions' defense is solid. But the Dolphins' offense is different.
Yeah.
And the fact that the Chiefs weren't even able to stop the Dolphins' offense in Germany. But what the Chiefs were able to do was stop the Dolphins' offense from scoring.
Mm-hmm.
Which is something that a lot of teams haven't been able to do.
Well, we know how to put a cap on Tyreek.
Exactly.
Yeah, we know how to properly apply a bracket to that man.
You're welcome.
Y'all saw it enough.
If you didn't practice, would get out of hand. You know what I'm saying?
Not just a bracket, but a forearm shiver.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. They made sure he didn't do shit, boy. So no, it won't be you, Ty. It won't be you.
And he still had a solid game.
Solid, but
Oh,
well below
he
the
did
pace.
cost him too.
Oh, he did. Oh, yeah, he definitely did cost him.
Yeah, well below the pace.
Let me stop. I was going to say something. I was about to summon somebody, and I don't even think they paying no attention right now. So we good. Let's keep on keeping on. So that's Peace Power 5. So what else you got to say about the Power 5?
Well, I was just gonna segue since we're talking about Power 5. Let's talk about that good old college football championship series.
Oh Lord.
Where the first time in history a team won its Power 5 championship game, also went undefeated, and did not make the Final Four.
Nah, you can't come, dog.
Left
Nah.
We sorry.
Nah, you can't come, dog.
First time in history.
I mean, that was cool and shit, but nah.
Can Florida State, if they win a bowl game, can they make claim to being the national champion?
I would.
Yeah.
You printing up shirts and
Yep.
you getting the trophy?
Yep.
You hanging it up?
Yep. Yep. Fuck it. Because
I would.
Yeah.
Because what else are we supposed to do? I mean, seriously,
it's never happened before. It's unprecedented.
And unfortunately, Florida State. We didn't discuss this last week, I don't think, but I knew once I knew that it was Alabama, Georgia for the SEC championship.
That one of them two was going to get in.
Oh, no. That if Alabama won, they were both getting in. Because there's no way that you keep a 13 or a 12-1 or 13-1 Georgia out of the playoff.
But that's what they did.
No, Georgia.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Georgia's not in it.
Georgia's not in?
No, sir.
Hold on, who's in it?
It's Michigan, Washington, Texas, and Alabama.
Texas?
Yeah, Texas got in.
Who's the number? There's one more we're missing.
No, that's the 4.
I thought it was Alabama.
Oh, okay, you're right.
Because, see, I was thinking if Georgia won, they almost would have had to put Florida State in.
Probably.
They would have had to.
Yeah. But I was listening to Bomani talk on this.
Oh, see, now that's bullshit. See,
He thought we was fucking around.
No. I thought that that Alabama and Georgia had both got into the no. Texas, y'all cool or whatever, but nah, that's bullshit. Y'all,
They beat Alabama at home.
Yeah.
Then they definitely shouldn't have. I don't know, man. That's Florida State should have got in.
It does appear that Alabama did not get any punishment for that loss.
They didn't.
Matter of fact, timeout.
And that is unfair.
Matter of fact, how about this? Who's to say that the winner of the SEC gets an automatic bid into the playoff anyway?
But it's happened every year though.
Just because but
they.
So that's what you say.
Or who's the winner of the winner of the SEC SEC game?
They wouldn't have allowed the playoff to go without an SEC team.
Yeah, that was never gonna happen.
Shit, first time for everything.
This was the first time that a Power 5 school won it.
That's wild,
went
man.
Undefeated.
That's wild.
In the ACC.
That's wild.
That's just basically saying the ACC really ain't shit.
Yeah, that means
Kinda ain't.
No, but they had a winning record against the SEC.
That's hilarious.
And Florida State beat LSU, who was number 5 at the time when they played. Everything that the committee wants you to do, Florida State did, and they were still like, nah, you're not invited.
That is rough. So hang that banner. Go out here. Who they playing in the bowl game?
I think Georgia. I think they went to the. I think they put them in the Orange Bowl.
But a couple of things I heard Bomani talk about this was one. People need to remember that in reality the college playoff is not meant to crown a national championship. It's a television event.
Most definitely.
And there is a clause in the NCAA bylaws that say that you can, that basically you can do what they did to Florida State if you have if they have a significant a loss of a significant player or whatnot, then you can factor that into
who you choose.
Who you choose, yeah.
Man.
So they didn't even it's not even like it's all out in the open. Like it's not,
But you're taking. I mean, in most college D1 programs, they got 100 plus players. So you telling those other 100 players, y'all don't mean shit.
They don't mean shit.
Your quarterback goes down. It doesn't matter that.
Even though Ohio State won national championship with Cardale Jones with their third stringer
at the time.
Yeah.
First time for everything. And this was the last year of the four, just the four teams.
the four
going to
teams.
12. What next year?
12. Is it 12?
Yeah, 12.
12 next year. So, so next year,
Number
MU will
13.
be in it.
Yeah.
If that was the case.
Unless they numbered like 13 or 14.
No, MU wound up number 9.
Mm.
And unless they wound up number 9, so they'd be in it. But I like the MU Ohio State matchup.
Mm.
I think MU can win it. My bad. I think MU's going to win it. And I like the fact that they have Luther Burden matched up against Marvin Harrison Jr.
Mm.
Basically, the number 1, the number 2 wide receivers in the country right now. And Luther Burden's gonna have to. He got to stick around for another year.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I'm so happy. Y'all don't understand how happy I am. Oh, this next year is about to be ridiculous. Oh my god.
M-I-Z.
ZOU. God damn. Yeah. So, yeah.
So how pissed off should Michigan be right now?
Oh man, that's fucking hilarious.
Because they got to play Bama in the first game.
In the first, my homeboy is a Michigan fan, and I didn't know what was going on, and he sent me just a really fucked up meme. I'll just leave it that way. And I got on SportsCenter and saw that Michigan was playing Alabama. I was like, oh.
Hey, but it's a given that it's gonna have to. It's always gonna have to be a Big Ten school that's gonna have to play Bama in the playoff. Out of all the other conferences outside the SEC, that's the only one that's got enough pedigree to be like, yeah, we'll put our champion up against them.
You used to be able to say you could put the Pac-10, Pac-12 champion up against them.
Hold on, did they even win the Big Ten?
Michigan?
Yeah.
Yeah, they undefeated.
Beat Ohio State, yeah.
Yeah, they undefeated.
Oh. So yeah, that's gonna be automatic every time. Mm-hmm. If Bama's in, they'll be playing a Big Ten school.
I know it hurt. Florida State, that definitely has to hurt though.
Yeah, Florida State should have been number 3 if nothing else.
Hey, look. They gonna get some of these teams on the schedule, bro. And when they win, they gonna act a fucking fool. They gonna act a fucking fool.
But what would be the point going forward now of scheduling like a top 25 in your first 2 or 3 games before you play in the conference now? Like it wouldn't even make any. It doesn't make any sense to do that anymore.
Depends on how high up you go.
It don't get no higher than undefeated.
Who beat TCU at the beginning of this year?
Was it Colorado?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, you never know what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? But the only way that other conferences are gonna really be in the conversation is if they play the SEC. You know what I mean?
But with the way they having the new conferences, you really don't have to play outside of your conference now. Like there's gonna be enough like power squads in your conference as big as they are.
Right.
It's just kind of like, man, shit.
Yeah, especially with OU and Texas coming to the SEC next year. I hate to see O State leaving, ending their rivalry. That's That's equally as sad as MUKU stopping.
But they gotta play though. Like the OU Oklahoma State, like that has to continue to be like one of they first games. Like
You would think.
you can't take that away.
But I think O State is pulling the KU stance of y'all leaving, so fuck you. And I'm like, damn, man, don't be petty like that. But I appreciate the pettiness. Because that's what you got to do.
It's like, fuck these niggas, son.
And then well shit, back to the NFL. Since we're talking about the college football playoffs, what if the NFL tried to do something like that? Like no matter
selection committee for the
like no matter
playoffs?
what happens in the regular season, we're gonna choose the 7 teams that go to the playoffs.
Oh my God, people wouldn't watch the product.
They watching the college football the championship.
Yeah, but it's different.
So you don't think Roger Goodell would try to find a way to pull some shit like that?
He may try, but the players union ain't gonna let that one happen.
All right, how different do you think that the standings would be?
Well, hold on. More importantly, first and foremost, who goes on this selection committee?
Well, hell, in college, you got ADs that are on the selection committee of current schools, and they sign and say that
fucking
there's
what's her face? Bush's
Condoleezza
Rice. I mean, apparently she knows ball. You know what I mean? Like, but
I'm not touching that.
And but at one point the Browns were thinking about putting her in a high position, like VP of the.
Oh my God! She would have resigned once she found out about Grover Cleveland.
Not the blacks.
She would have resigned immediately. Oh no!
You did what with who?
Oh no!
Oh hell no!
Like here's my team.
Shit, I might as well went to work for Trump. Shit.
She would have reverted back. Oh hell no!
Hell no!
What's wrong with y'all?
Fuck y'all!
Fuck y'all thought. You don't play no games.
Boy.
Fuck out of here with that. They were like, Miss Rice. Oh no, fuck that. You know what I'm saying, son?
So like this year, at this point, the Bills wouldn't make them. Like if the playoffs started right now, the Bills wouldn't be in. So they would find a way to kick out whoever the 7th seed is to try to put the Bills in somehow.
The Colts.
Yeah, the Colts or the Texans.
Nah, the Colts are the 7th seed right now. So
that's almost like a relegation, though.
I mean,
that's like an in-season relegation.
Technically, they relegated Florida State out of the championship. Like they. That's really how it happened. It's like you're down to your 3rd string quarterback, your 2nd stringer. He'll be back by the time that the playoffs start, but that's not good enough. And the Colts got Gardner Minshew, so they just. I mean, that's basically the same thing. It's like your backup is in. Josh Allen is healthy. We're gonna go ahead and put the Bills up in there.
That'd be terrible, though.
But that's definitely what the NFL would want, though. If the NFL could do that, they would most definitely do that.
Oh, the NFL would love the Bills to go to the fucking Super Bowl.
Not just to be in the playoffs.
Well, I mean, by expectation, they should be in the. It shouldn't even be a question about them going to the playoffs. But they play is suspect. It's suspect enough to question. But yeah, if you put, nah, man, the Bills are gonna get waxed in the playoffs. Nah, like they're going to get waxed. We know this.
They're not gonna make it at this point.
Right. And if they do, if somehow they do, they gonna get waxed.
I don't think they're making it.
So then that leads me to my next point.
Hold on,
Trevor Lawrence is hurt. Would they keep the Jaguars out?
I think Trevor Lawrence's injury, depending on how severe it is, if it's severe and keeps him out, I think that is the door opening for the Texans to win the South.
Woo!
A little spicy.
Woo! That's who I was going to suggest as your 5B for your Power 5.
I think they're a little young.
Nah, they ain't ready. Because it's some squads out. If they played the 49ers, as much as I love the Texans, 49ers is going to put that thumb down.
Hey, but they are overachieving.
Oh, yeah, hell.
Overachieving. Like,
But that's the thing. They so young, and it's the regular season. They don't know any better.
They just don't, yeah.
well, they lost Tank Dell now, too, so
Yeah, and that's going to hurt.
that's going to change things.
Yeah.
But it could be argued that more attention should be on them than the Jaguars at this point.
I mean, just with what they're doing this year, yeah. I mean, I'll say Ryans he's the coach of the year. Like somebody's going to have to do something like for real spectacular in order to take that from him at this point.
Like Doug Peterson take the Jaguars to the Super Bowl.
But it would get voted before, you know what I'm saying, before that happened.
Oh, well, then D'Amico Ryans, coach of the year. Because ain't nothing finna happen.
I don't think we're going to lose to the Jags in the playoffs.
Yeah, I'll say because Lawrence has I think they say it's a high ankle sprain, but severe though.
Oh shit, that could be like up to.
He may be out for the rest of the regular season, in all likelihood.
Shit, how many weeks left? 4?
4.
Mm-hmm.
But even if he gets into the playoffs, if we play them, we're not going to let Doug beat us. We're just not. You know what I mean?
Andy Reid has a playbook specifically for Doug Peterson.
Right. Like straight up. Like
He like, oh man, look. As he eats a cheeseburger. It's all
just
good.
swap out the playbooks real quick. Here you go.
It's all good.
Here you go. Here's the Doug book.
It's the exact same. I mean, it's the playbook, but it's just plays specifically to fuck Doug Peterson up. He knows he can't handle these plays. But the real trickeration would be if Doug Peterson was countering them. Because he'd be like, I knew you was going to run them shits, Andy.
Hey, you know what's missing for us this year? The Chiefs?
Eric Bieniemy.
Well, of course, Eric Bieniemy. But more specifically by Eric Bieniemy, we ain't got no trickery. We ain't had no trickery this year.
No, it's been a few.
There's been a couple trickerations. The one they did like a couple weeks, was it last week or week before? Yeah. They've run a couple trickerations.
I mean, some unique
Oh, well.
trickeration. We know they normally bring one at least bring one out the archives.
I think after the ring around the Rosies, like everything was downhill from there.
Well, Ring Around the Rosies was cool, but they did that shit like week 15, 7, or 16 or something like that. It was like super late in the season where
And it was the Raiders.
Yeah, and it was the Raiders. Fuck the Raiders.
Hey, I mean, even going back to some years back when all they did was have everybody do a spin and then get down to 4 base, like you need some shit like that, like.
They'll be all right. I think that if they're gonna do anything, they'll wait till the playoffs.
There's nothing about our offense that feels dangerous right now.
But you know
Pacheco.
what? That is kind of dangerous. Everybody's got their guard down now.
You think they just lull them to sleep?
No,
I don't think so. But that would be,
it's still pretty
that would
chic
be
to
like
get a dub against us. You know what I mean? Like,
that'd be the ultimate. Like, oh man, these niggas was just fucking around.
I mean, that was Green Bay's Super Bowl right there.
But hell, they in the playoffs right now.
Right now. I would be surprised if their progress continues.
I'll say the NFC is really top heavy. I think they getting in, and they may be able to steal one.
Oh, we let slow ass AJ Dillon beat us too. That motherfucking great value Rodney Hampton and shit.
And where I was, the dude was like, "Yeah, that's Corey Dillon's son." He out there running on y'all like his daddy used to run on y'all.
Corey had him when he was what 10?
I was cracking up because he was like, "Yeah, that's Corey Dillon's son." He just kept saying it, and everybody be like, "Nah, man, that's not his." They was like, "That's Corey. He's like, hey, whatever. He ran like he running all of them like he ran all of y'all too." Oh shit! But he's a Cowboys fan, so take that for what you want.
Yeah, never know what a Cowboys fan's gonna say.
Some bullshit.
But man, let's run down this good fantasy league.
I took a mega L.
And Junior's still leading. He at 11-2 right now, but Pops is right there at number 2. So I say them Jefferson boys, we running shit right now.
Hey man.
And then PL with Spackford Lawn Care 8-5 also. Marcus D's great team 8-5 at number 4. Death and Taxes not looking too good at 7-6. Right above them Valley Juice Legends at 6-7.
Oh my God! Fucking 0.12 fucking points, dog.
Somebody was supposed to win last week.
Hey man, I talked all that shit for somebody to whoop on him.
Talked all that shit.
And didn't realize it was gonna be me that had to whoop on him. And my squad ain't nowhere near ready to whoop on nobody. Apparently, because we got the whooped on.
It's just hard times across the board with me in fantasy, man. None of my teams are.
Well, hell, he dropped Debo, and Debo put up damn near 35 this week. I had to go ahead and slide him up in there, and then I put
Who dropped Debo?
Quarter did.
That doggy.
And picked up McCall Harmon. You remember that shit?
No.
Yeah. When I saw that, I immediately.
Immediately. Because I was like, oh man, what the hell's going on here? Oh shit, am I playing you this week?
I think so. So get ready for another L.
I think I won last time. I'm winning again.
I'm back fully squatted. I had to pick up Dangerous last week.
Hey man,
starting quarterback.
I'm fuck your squatted.
But yeah, if the playoffs started today, that would be the playoff squads. And then we got Doyle. Let's see, he's at number 7 at 5-8. The Get Rich or Die Tryings also at 5-8. Then Lose Legit Team at 9, and then the Computer Squad at 3-10.
Man, all I got to say is fuck y'all squads.
But yeah, after this week, I'll say playoffs start. So whatever y'all gonna do, make sure your next move is your best move. Because my squad is ridiculous.
My squad suck at that.
And I'm still trying to make that trade for Derrick Henry.
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk some turkey here in a minute. I think I got something that might work out here.
Because I just got all the receivers.
Oh shit! Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay.
It's gotta make sense though.
Okay. Hmm.
And then question of the night. So the Panthers are basically gonna give the Bears their number one pick due to the trade last year, and the Panthers at this point they got the number one overall. With that number one overall pick, do the Bears take Caleb Williams? Do they believe enough in Justin Fields?
At this point,
up?
the Bears have to take Caleb Williams. They've kind of fucked Caleb.
They fucked him up.
Yeah, not really fucked him up. They fucked him over.
Yeah.
They didn't put anything around him. They didn't stick with anything.
They gave him weapons. They just didn't give him a line.
That's
because he got some weapons up there.
Yeah, but no line is. I'd rather him be in Patrick Mahomes' position right now, having no weapons for real,
and a line,
and having a line, because that line is gonna keep you up. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna keep you healthy. That no line is scary.
So what do they do with Fields? Let's say they do get that number one, draft Caleb. Do they try to move Fields, or do they keep him as a halfway decent backup?
You got to move.
The thing I've heard people talk about is Fields to Atlanta.
Yeah, you got to move him.
And he's from there. That doesn't sound like a bad idea for everybody involved.
And with the running game that they have,
they already got a running game that.
And he does have some decent
it'll be like
outside receivers.
The expectation is that it'd be the Falcons of old, the Mike Vick Falcons.
Hey, that could be a dangerous squad.
Yeah, I could see that.
I would root for that.
Kyle Pitts there. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
And Drake London when he out there and
Drake,
acting
man,
light skinned, like and doing what he's supposed to do, like that's some decent cats. And then you got Robinson in the backfield.
Yeah, so you send Fields to Atlanta for a pick and what's his face? The dude they benched, the Atlanta benched, the young guy.
Oh, Ritter.
Ritter, yeah. For a pick and Ritter.
I wouldn't even want him. Just give me the pick.
Yeah, no, the pick's gonna be significant. The pick is gonna be more significant, but you put Ritter in there just so you get him out of Atlanta.
Okay.
You know what I mean? He'll fuck around and be like the number 2 in Chicago, behind a Caleb Williams or whatever they decide to do there. But that seems like the best case scenario. That like both sides win out of that. You know. I think that's what they should do. They should take a third and Ritter and maybe another player. Cordero Patterson.
Shit, he'd be what, 33?
Yeah.
To start next season?
Yeah. But he gets started running back for the Bears. Shit. He sure the fuck could. Yeah, give me a third, Cordell and Ritter, and I give you Fields.
And do you think that the Bears with Williams, they wouldn't fuck him up like they fucked up all the rest of the quarterbacks they've ever had?
I think the Bears are somehow cursed at quarterback.
That's what I was saying, man.
Because I mean, to be one of the, because they aren't they one of the original NFL squads, like back when it was like the Stags or some shit.
They're one of the founding teams, yeah.
So we talking about almost 90 years, and you've never had a quarterback go for
over
4,000
100 years.
Yeah, but remember,
That's ridiculous.
But remember that they had the original Michael Vick, Sid Luckman. He was dual threat there, baby. Or what's the other one? Slinging Sammy Ball, ain't that? Mm-hmm. Didn't he play for the Bears too?
Or was it the Giants?
I thought he played for the Giants.
Oh.
But shit, I mean, you talking about some old 1940s. Playing the music highlight with a piano in the background.
New York Titans.
Face mask. And then for some news you can't use, the GTA 6 trailer dropped yesterday, a little bit early.
I need to watch that.
And you know when it's coming out because they dropped the year at the end.
It was 25.
25.
I figured.
It's like, why put that shit out now?
Just to get everybody ready, because I
for
don't
a whole year and a half.
Because I don't have a PlayStation 5.
Well, shit, it might be on the 6 by the time it come out.
Don't do me that way.
I mean, that's basically what happened with GTA 5. It came out on 360. Then it came out on the Xbox One. And then it was on PS3, then on 4, then on 5. That's how long that shit's been out.
Man, I've never really played GTA 5.
It's a great game.
I hear it is. I'm sorry, GTA 5. I just I wasn't able to get over San Andreas.
Still the greatest game in the history, man.
Man, I used to think that like Madden around that time too was like super great. It might have been, but Madden may be the greatest gaming series in my opinion. I don't know, but I don't play a lot of other games.
Man, I was saying NFL 2K had a run.
Oh, dude, NFL 2K on Dreamcast.
Yeah,
was the greatest game ever.
Top notch.
Dude, that shit.
Call you play from the controller. Like it
Oh,
was just,
nobody
Dreamcast
see that
just,
shit.
yeah,
Oh,
it was just
man.
it was too much.
And you could call a fake play
Yeah,
on the screen.
On the screen.
Yeah, Dreamcast was ahead of its.
Man.
Yeah, I playing 2K on basketball on Dreamcast was.
See that, but Dreamcast, like, kind of in a roundabout way, fucked up basically electronic football. Because when they dropped what was it, 05 for $20, EA and the NFL, they was like, nah, y'all can't be doing no shit like that. So then EA went and bought the license. So for damn near the last 20 years.
Is just Madden.
All because they couldn't compete. Because NFL 2K5 it's the greatest football game ever.
Dude.
Like Madden, the
Ray
last
Lewis,
5 Maddens couldn't even fuck with it.
Ray Lewis was the most dangerous person on that game. On and off the field. I don't know. Well, yeah, because Aaron Hernandez hadn't hit the league yet.
Not yet. He was terrorizing in high school
He
at
was
the
still
time.
in high school terrorizing, gang banging.
I wonder how many bodies like he has collectively with the rest of that Florida squad.
I was thinking about that.
Because I mean, it's probably some.
Oh, it's at
The
least.
niggas did numbers.
I think it's at least 10.
That's if we're going over and under, I would definitely bet the over on that.
Are you talking about the whole squad or just Aaron Hernandez?
Well, shit, if we just talking about him, I would put it at 10.
Oh, okay, yeah, or 9.5. My bad, 'cause, I definitely would go over it with 10. Because I think I don't know.
It's just
But
like,
the-
man, you
but
a
the
fucking
squad as a whole-
psychopath.
Oh shit, that squad as a whole, because that had the Pouncey twins on it.
Mhm.
The other dude that got convicted for something, for gun running or something, didn't he, or something?
It was so much.
It's a shit, man. I'd say
If you
I
think
say
it,
that-
they probably did it.
I'd say that squad probably might be responsible for about 40 bodies
Yeah.
as a squad, as a whole. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Tim Tebow might have a body.
That's why he loved the Lord so much.
That's why. That's why. Oh Lord Jesus!
Every day I wake up, I promise.
I promise from here forward.
But them be the ones though. Them be the ones.
He was super gangster before he smoked that motherfucker.
Tebow was like, I'm your guy.
Oh shit! He was like LL and what's the movie?
Oh, with the
Into
pool
Deep.
stick.
Into Deep.
Love it. Love it. Oh my goodness.
Hey, whoa, hold on, time out.
Yeah, that's still one of them scenes where I'm just like, ooh,
Bro,
ooh.
bro.
I really filmed that? Somebody wrote
Bro.
This ain't hot.
Like I can never play pool with you, LL.
that ever.
Never in life. Never in life.
I'm scared.
Will me and you be in the same pool hall? Never.
That's
Or
a-
near a pool table.
Near a pool table. They'll never.
Anybody even mention pool and we in the same room?
I'm out.
That's a whole different.
And it
corner
may be
pocket
a swimming
right there.
pool. Nigga, we ain't gonna be near a swimming pool, a pool table, a carpool,
Carpool,
kiddie pool, none of this shit. None of it.
wading pool.
Wave pool.
Shit.
Like, hey, hello, happy to be on the Oceans of Fun today. I sure missed it.
Did a free concert.
Love it. Damn, dog. Woo! That is one of the illest fucking scenes in cinema history, dog. Like, damn! To death. To death. To death. Fuck, dog.
Well, we can't close the show on that. So I got
Yeah, it was about to go down, but Rockwell just kept emphasizing the death. I was like,
Death, dog.
I was like, damn.
oh, so let's bring it up a little bit.
Damn.
Shit.
Wow.
So in this week's Would You Rather, at their height, who would you rather? Trish Stratus or Stacy Keibler?
Stacy Keibler. Stacy Keibler.
I'm going with Stacy Keibler just because of the legs.
Yeah.
All legs.
I just had a thing for Stacy Keibler. And that thing was my dick.
I go Trish Stratus.
We talking about their height.
Oh, they height. I don't know the height.
No, I ain't talking about like not like
physical
weight
height.
height. I'm
Like
talking
the
about
height
like
of
when
their
they was
career.
at they
Oh.
the height of
The
their
peak of their
career.
career.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Oh shit! I taste that tequila now.
She's still pretty bad. I saw some pics over the other day. That's what made me think of this.
Ah.
I know she was our age. She for 44.
Oh what? Oh shit! Little young Tinder. I had to go. What's the old dude doing? Give him rings. Give him a hat. A shirt with the button down to the about 4 open.
Get you a Kango.
Got the taco meat showing. Couple chains. Had the Isaac Hayes playing. Or some Barry White. My darling, I can't get enough of your love, babe. I got too much of this planned out.
So you've been thinking about this.
Hey, if I was like active on TikTok, boy, it would go down.
I don't see it's there for you.
Oh man, I'll be high and I'm lazy, and I'll be at work. And if I was to work on TikTok, making TikToks, they'd be mad because they'd be like, "Hey, quit talking shit about us on TikTok."
Like, you know the world can see this, right?
Yeah, I know. You hear them complaining about it now. Fuck these motherfuckers. They can eat dicks. Bags of them. So if you got some dicks, go ahead and bring them by so they can eat them.
Fully washed and prepped.
Oh, man. I know a couple of y'all gonna lie and they gonna be some dirty dicks. But I think they're fully prepared for those two. Oh,
Well, all right. Well, that's all I have for tonight, fellas.
yeah, I got my eating dicks off. So I'm good. Real good. I didn't even know I needed to get them off.
Hey, sometimes you just got to.
To death. Actually, though, seriously, on a serious note, condolences to the Edwin family. They lost the patriarch of the family a couple of days ago. Prayers and condolences on behalf of the Monarchy crew go out to the Gary and Walton family on the loss. Send a prayer out for them, y'all. And then December 15th, our final Twitch show on December 15th, before we switch over to this channel here that you're watching this on. Excuse me. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
You got anything, Rob? Besides 2 deaths.
No.
Appreciate it. All right, well, for the December 5th episode of the Sports Block with J-Ritoc, J-Ritoc, it's DJ Rockwell, that's PL, we out.